Hey guys, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. There's a lot of high expectations that God has for you and that we all have for ourselves. And you can always achieve it, don't forget. I'm proud of each and every one of you. Keep up the great work in your walk with Christ. I love you. I love you, Jonathan and Christina. I love you. Tia Shannon loves you very much. Go ole.
Dr. Moxley sat right by Shannon's bed and said, Shannon, there's nothing more we can do. I highly suggest that you start looking into hospice care. Do you want to die in the hospital, or would you like to die at home? I mean, that surely, it just, what do you say after that?
Something tells me Shannon had, as she always does, a to-do list in her mind, and review, and then funeral, and she had a well-thought-out plan for both of them. And you talked about the message that she recorded for her niece. One of the things that I had her do before her health started deteriorating was to play her castanets. And I remember that sound echoing through the house. And I don't know if she was done or whatever, but I came out of her room and I started walking down the stairs, and Georgie was at the bottom of the stairs because she heard it. And it was one of those other great moments that, you know, we got to all share together.
She said, this will be my last review. I'm not sure how I'm going to get out on stage. She said if I have to go on a walker or a wheelchair, hopefully I can walk out there. She says, but this will be my last review.
When Shannon said the show must go on, that was when we were in the room and she just received the news about hospice. And she had asked the doctors point blank, well, how long do I have, or will I be able to see my review? And they said, well, when is it? And she said, well, it's the 31st of May. Well, doctors, when you don't say anything right off the bat, you've already answered the question.
But she was like, thank you, doctor, and I appreciate it. And she didn't cry, she didn't burst out. She just thanked them and thanked them for their help.
The only thing I can attribute it to is the dedication of those parents and that staff. I mean, they basically ran it for the last month, maybe 2 months. So when Shannon couldn't make classes, Martha was great, and the people that volunteered to do substitution, and Martha coordinated all that, and the parents and faculty knew if Shannon knew you canceled classes, on the rare occasion that she, if ever, would cancel classes, she would not be happy. And that's a wish that was well ingrained in their minds. So it had to happen.
The studio was her life. The studio was her everything. And there was never a doubt, never a question if we should cancel classes. She knew what she wanted.
Even though she died May 12th, she really kind of lost consciousness around May 9th. Prior to that, the week prior, she was still in charge. I think she had Erica and Sophia in her room. She was planning her funeral.
I didn't think that it had actually happened. I think I was still kind of in shock that had happened. Like, I saw it coming, like I knew someday it was going to happen, but I didn't think it would be that soon.
She planned to wear this dress with this jewelry, but around May 9th, she kind of lost consciousness. And then on May 12th, she passed away. And everybody knew what to do.
2 weeks ago, we finished the dance because we weren't sure like if Miss Shannon wanted us to finish it, so we just went ahead and finished it, and she told us like good. So I think some of them are still like, they kind of don't remember some parts of it, so I'm just nervous that like when the parents come in and watch them, they remember some of it. I'm just nervous that they won't like go home and practice. I think that's my major concern, is them not going home and practicing.
When we were talking about the rules and expectations of today, I made sure to be very direct and to speak clearly to parents in both English and in Spanish, because I know Shannon would always want to be able to communicate with everyone.
I wish I could remember the last day she was at the studio, but I mean, that was just one thing I really wanted, was for her to go to the studio one last time. Well, you asked the question, why is it important to me? It was because it was important to her.